What's up guys, it's Angel here, and first of all, you might notice that I'm sounding a little raspy today. Well, that's because I had too much fun, and let's just say mojitos and tacos were involved. The gradient for these nails was inspired by LemmingsPolish. I'm going to link her YouTube channel down below. You guys should definitely go check her out because she does the most gorgeous gradients. For my base coat, I used OPI Natural Nail Base Coat, and do you see that in the left corner of my nail? Lately, I just can't seem to paint my nails without getting hair stuck in them. And then for my white base coat to go under my gradient, I used OPI Alpine Snow, but I mean, I use a white base coat in like every single one of my tutorials, so you're not surprised, right? And then to protect my skin and help with cleanup, I used Bundle Monster Poli-Peel Liquid Latex. I accidentally applied Poli-Peel to my pinky, and you're going to see in the next shot that it's just mysteriously gone because I didn't need it. I was just painting that nail a solid color. Way to waste product, Angel. Then I'm applying OPI Gelato on my pinky over a white base coat, which was completely unnecessary. My only beef with this polish is it's a little thin, and as you can see, I flooded my cuticle area, so I had to bust out my cuticle brush and some acetone. For my gradient, I'm using a cosmetic makeup sponge and applying the polishes in vertical stripes. All polishes are listed and linked below, and you can use my code TWISTAR for 15% off at hbbeautybar.com. Then I like to bounce the sponge up and down on the nail, and this angle really isn't helping, so let's switch it. And as you can see, the first coat is always kind of lame and not opaque, so just stick with it. The first coat always sucks. Normally I like to show you guys each layer like right in a row, but since each nail was different, I had to let each layer dry, so I'm showing you this in the actual order that I applied these in. And I had to use so many sponges for this. I felt so wasteful. I thought that this middle nail looked particularly crappy after the first layer, so don't get discouraged. The first layer always sucks. It's pretty sheer and not blended, but then all of a sudden magic kind of happens on that third or fourth layer. They just all of a sudden blend together. And here it is, people. Here is that magic. Look at that. It's starting to look good, right? When two become one. Oh yeah, Spice Girls, spice up your life. Bet you didn't think I was gonna bust out a Spice Girls song in this tutorial. I'm sorry, you have to deal with my terrible singing sometimes. And then once you got your gradient all gradient-y, it's time to peel off that Poli-Peel. And normally my gradients are super messy, but this time I was real clean. And then you're going to want to take it to the next level. So I applied China Glaze Fairy Dust. And does this not just turn this into a magical gradient? Now you could stop there and be done with this mani, but I am all about taking it to far. So I'm using the Henna style plate from Ehubas. I believe I finally learned how to pronounce that right. Link down below. And I use these actually in my Grunge Gradient Nail Decal tutorial, and I failed to clean up the plate because I'm a slob. For my white stamping, I used Rica Whiteout because it's my favorite opaque white stamping polish, and my clear jelly stamper, Big Bling Stamper, I believe is the name, and you can use code TWISTAR for 10% off. And oh my god, pause. Do you guys see the disaster that is about to ensue? Oh my goodness, how could I forget? If you don't see it, let's proceed and I will tell you. Once I get my image positioned where I want to, I push it down and then rock it back and forth to make sure it sticks to the sides of the nails. And then this is a point where, you know, I like to peel off the liquid latex. Oh, look, there's no liquid latex because I forgot it. So before continuing my stamping, I apply the Poli-Peel to the other two nails, and then I'm going to show you guys the way I used to remove stamping before liquid latex was introduced to the world as the greatest nail art product ever. Okay, it's quite the statement to make, but I used to use Scotch tape to remove the stamping from my nail, and as you can see though, you have to be super careful because you could mess up the base color and you could nick it, chip it, hit the other nails, so be super careful if you decide to do this. And here is the stamping on my other two nails, and this is how it's really supposed to go when you apply the liquid latex in the proper order. I think this index nail is my favorite nail. Ooh yeah. And then I peeled off the liquid latex, and oh my goodness, look, I still got it on my skin after all that. And then to finish the mani, I used HK Girl Quick Dry Top Coat, and I always say when it comes to stamping, I like to use more top coat and float the brush over the nail to prevent the stamping from smearing. Even though on my middle nail at the free edge, you can see I still smeared it. It always happens. What are you gonna do? And that's it for my girly gradient white henna stamping mani. Wow, another stellar name. Even with a super shitty name, I am really happy with how these came out. Big thanks to LemmingsPolish for the awesome inspiration for this gradient. And I just want to thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch my videos, subscribing to my channel. I am really just enjoying talking to you all. And thanks for listening to me today, even though my voice is so sultry. You can also follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at twy_star. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! And if you are a Kylie fan, I am not throwing shade at her, so do not go into my comment section saying, this bitch is talking shit about Kylie. No, I'm not. I actually really like this polish, and I have another one that maybe I'll use eventually.